Denton, being a very creative town, has meant a lot for me. I was born and raised in Denton, lived here pretty much my whole life. I do a lot of work in Dallas and Fort Worth, but Denton to me is still one of the main places in North Texas to go if you're looking for a thriving art scene, a thriving art community. Not just musicians, but videographers, photographers, painters, sculptors. I really think that type of community is really valuable, and that's something that I take away that really connects with me with Denton. One of the things that I really like to do, and one of the directions I'm wanting to move in as a video creator and a content creator, is travel, right? I want to be out and doing stuff, and I feel like being kind of mobile and on the go with my editing setup is really important. One of the places I love to go edit is actually West Oak Coffee here in Denton. I love editing in coffee shops just in general. I feel like West Oak is a really cool place to go. The coffee's not bad either. I personally am more of a tea guy. I like the chai tea latte, but I might go for a good cold brew or you know, just regular latte sometimes. Editing in coffee shops, editing in the car, editing in hotel rooms is to me sort of a huge advantage of living in the digital age. Trying to be an artist as a living and trying to do it as a hobby and as something fun to do is two totally separate things. Obviously you want to have fun whenever you're doing it, but trying to do it as a living, you have to have a business mindset. You have to. And probably about 2-3 years ago was whenever I really started getting serious about making this my career. I reached a point where I thought, you know, I either need to commit to this or I need to find something that's more lucrative. I need to dedicate 100% of my energy to something. And I decided to dive in. So I think for me, the two biggest sort of changes that I had to, I guess, accept to make this a full-time thing is, one, I had to change my mindset from trying to make cool stuff to providing value. And the second one was creating an actual system, right? Creating a sort of a product that I could deliver and be consistent with. Those two things literally changed my life. So cool getting to work with Matthew, Sunflower Man, on this little documentary, and the fact that we got it into a film festival. God, I think that was just the coolest thing in the world because none of that was intentional. Seeing it in front of a live audience on the big screen. I don't want to put words in Matthew's mouth, but I know that he was really excited to kind of see him and his story being told up on the big screen. And yeah, it was my first film in thin line, which I think was awesome. I think I approached him with the idea initially, and he loved the idea, and yeah, it just kind of went from there. Nothing was intentional, nothing was planned, and it evolved into it being premiered at Thin Line, so I think it turned out really cool. One of the most exciting things about living in the digital age and the internet age and being a creator is you have the opportunity for the first time in history to unfiltered tell your story and project your passion out into the world and let the market take it for what it is, and you get instant feedback. I feel like if you're not taking advantage of that, you're totally missing out. You're behind the curve if you're not taking advantage of that as an artist, because there's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you. You have literally no excuse. Go online, create some content, put it where people are sharing their attention, and good things are gonna happen. Something that really just, I feel like, connects with my soul is being out in nature and going into the mountains, going into the forest, going into the desert, going out and trying to capture shots, capture landscapes. That to me is very meditative and I feel like necessary. If I go too long in a city environment, I go too long stuck inside editing and I'm not outside experiencing the great outdoors and capturing what it has to offer, man, I just go insane. One of my biggest goals in life at this point is also one of my biggest passions, and that's traveling. That's getting out and seeing the world and telling stories that I think need to be told, or at least would possibly change somebody's life from being told. And I feel like some of the most influential pieces of content I've ever seen and experienced were from people across the planet in countries that I probably will never even visit or see. Man, if I could get hired for enough money to be a videographer traveling the world just capturing moments, I think I would be in heaven for the rest of my life. That would be awesome.